The internet is on fire, the streets are buzzing, and Hollywood is in absolute shock because Jim Jones, Stoat, just unleashed a tape so devastating that it shattered Chrissy Lampkin's world in ways no one saw coming. This isn't just gossip. Isn't just messy drama. This is the kind of betrayal that rips apart reputations, destroys relationships, and rewrites everything we thought we knew about Chrissy's so-called perfect life. Hours after Jim's bombshell tape went public, Chrissy herself was caught breaking down in a way fans had never seen before. Not the strong, composed, ride-or-die woman she has always been known as, but someone shattered, exposed, and drowning in secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. And here's the kicker. Insiders are claiming that what she revealed behind closed doors in the aftermath might be even worse than what was on Jim's tape. The whispers are wild. From hidden financial betrayals to shocking personal entanglements, the fallout has spiraled into an avalanche of leaked messages, private recordings, and emotional explosions that no reality show producer could script. Fans are calling it the final nail in her image, while others say it's proof that Chrissy has been living a double life all along. The meltdown is real, the betrayals are jaw-dropping, and the secrets she tried to bury have now exploded onto every timeline, every gossip blog, and every fan forum in existence. But the biggest twist? What Chrissy's hiding might not just ruin her. It might ruin everyone around her. The moment Jim Jones' tape dropped, the internet went into absolute meltdown. Could practically hear the collective gasp echo across timelines. Within minutes, hashtags like Jim Exposes Chrissy and Tapegate were trending worldwide. Fans couldn't believe their eyes or ears as the raw, unfiltered footage painted a version of Chrissy's personal life that no one expected. Jim wasn't holding back, and what he put out there made it clear this wasn't just about clout. This was revenge. Cold, calculated, and brutally personal. On the tape, Jim's voice dripped with venom as he revealed what he claimed were Chrissy's darkest secrets. He spoke of a marriage crumbling behind the scenes, of whispered betrayals, and of a man she'd allegedly been hiding. The words hit harder than any diss track, because this wasn't music, it was real life. And what shook everyone even more was how detailed Jim's revelations were. He brought receipts, names, and timelines that fans immediately began piecing together, linking Chrissy's old social media posts and red carpet appearances to the story Jim was telling. It wasn't vague, it was surgical. Insiders close to the situation say Chrissy had been warned this was coming. According to one anonymous source, Jim had been sitting on this tape for months, waiting for the perfect moment to drop it. And when he finally did, it wasn't just about exposing Chrissy's husband, it was about destroying the empire she'd carefully built around her image as loyal, classy, and untouchable. The fallout was instant. Within hours of the release, blogs lit up with breakdowns, frame-by-frame analysis, and leaked screenshots of conversations allegedly tied to the tape. Fans flooded Twitter with questions. Was Chrissy's husband really living a double life? Did Chrissy know all along and just play the role of devoted partner for the cameras? And if Jim's receipts were real, how deep did this betrayal go? Then came the leaked audio. A clip surfaced where Chrissy's voice cracked as she confronted someone on the phone. "Why would you do this to me? You know what this will do too? Us to me." The pain in her tone was raw, unpolished, and far from the confident Chrissy viewers knew. Fans dissected every syllable, convinced it proved Jim's tape wasn't just gossip, was the truth. But that wasn't the only leak. Another insider came forward with what they claimed were text messages between Chrissy and a longtime industry contact. The messages showed Chrissy begging for advice, panicking that if the tape ever came out, it would ruin everything. She allegedly wrote, "I can't let this get out. If he drops it, it's over for me." For us. The us sent fans into a frenzy, sparking rumors that Chrissy wasn't just worried about her marriage, but about an entire network of secrets. connected to high-profile names. The betrayal stung deeper because of the history. Chrissy and Jim had decades of loyalty, drama, and reconciliation, and through it all, fans believed that no matter how messy things got, Chrissy was the one person who stood unshaken. But now, that image was collapsing. And as she was spotted outside a hotel in New Jersey, visibly shaken and wiping tears with oversized sunglasses hiding her face, it was clear that the weight of Jim's tape had cracked the foundation of her carefully curated persona. Witnesses at the scene say Chrissy looked devastated, clutching her phone while pacing in the lobby, whispering frantically into her AirPods. Some claimed she was heard saying, "This can't be fixed. He ruined me. He ruined everything." Paparazzi snapped photos, and within minutes the pictures went viral, fueling a narrative of Chrissy unraveling under the pressure of her darkest secrets being aired out. And just when it seemed the drama couldn't get any uglier, Spice jumped into the mix. The love and hip-hop queen herself posted a cryptic tweet. "Not everything glitter is gold. Some PPL been hiding behind fake smiles for years. Now the truth out." Fans immediately connected the dots, convinced Spice was shading Chrissy, and the comment section exploded. "Spice throwing gasoline on the fire," one user wrote. Another said, "If Spice is hinting at Chrissy, then you know it's bad." Meanwhile, the social media battlefield split into camps. Some sided with Jim, praising him for keeping it real and exposing what they felt was long overdue. Others rushed to Chrissy's defense, claiming Jim went too far and that personal tapes should never be used as weapons. But no matter which side fans chose, the one thing everyone agreed on was that Chrissy's breakdown was the most vulnerable human side they had ever seen of her, and it terrified her supporters. Behind closed doors, insiders revealed even more chaos. Chrissy allegedly confronted her husband after the tape went viral, and the argument was described as nuclear. Neighbors reported hearing shouting, doors slamming, and Chrissy's voice raised in desperation. One source claimed she screamed, "They'll never forgive me if this gets out. Never." Hinting that the secrets tied to the tape extended far beyond her marriage. But here's where the story takes a darker twist. According to a producer from Love and Hip Hop, Jim's tape isn't the only bombshell waiting to detonate. Rumor has it he has more recordings, some involving Chrissy herself, in situations she never wanted the world to see. The producer allegedly said, "If Jim really drops everything he's holding, it won't just be Chrissy that falls, it'll be everyone tied to her." This revelation sent shockwaves through the industry. Was Chrissy's breakdown just the beginning of a bigger implosion? And if Jim still had unreleased footage, why stop now? Fans began speculating that Jim was using the first tape as a warning shot, a taste of destruction before unleashing the full storm. And the fear in Chrissy's voice during her emotional breakdown made it clear she believed more was coming. As night fell, the blogs only grew louder. Fan forums lit up with wild theories, some claiming Chrissy's husband had been involved in deals that could ruin multiple careers. Others suggesting the secrets tied to the tape were the reason certain friendships in the industry had mysteriously collapsed over the years. The line between gossip and reality blurred, and Chrissy's reputation hung by a thread. And then, like fuel on an already raging fire, an anonymous email was sent to several major gossip outlets. The subject line read, "This isn't the end. He has more." Attached was a grainy screenshot of what appeared to be another video file, labeled simply Tape 2. Though the video itself wasn't leaked, the mere suggestion that more footage existed set the internet ablaze. Fans began counting down, wondering when Jim would strike again. For Chrissy, the breakdown was complete. Friends say she hasn't slept in days, terrified of what's next. And while the world watches, one thing has become brutally clear: what's been exposed so far is only the beginning. The secrets she fought to hide for years are about to come crashing down. And this time, there may be no recovery. Because if Jim really has another tape, The next explosion could end her career, her marriage, and everything she thought she controlled. The fallout from Jim Jones' tape didn't fade it, exploded into something no one could have predicted. By morning, every gossip blog, fan forum, and Twitter thread had dissected the footage 1,000 different ways. It wasn't just a scandal. Anymore, it had become a full-blown cultural event. And right at the center of it, Chrissy was unraveling. Insiders who claimed to be close to Chrissy painted a disturbing picture of her state of mind. According to one, she hadn't eaten in nearly 2 days, pacing back and forth in her apartment, glued to her phone. Watching her reputation disintegrate in real time, she kept refreshing Instagram like her life depended on it, the insider revealed. Every new post, every new tweet about her was like another knife to the chest. But what truly pushed Chrissy to the edge wasn't the tape itself. It was what came next. A series of leaked group chat screenshots appeared on Twitter, allegedly showing Chrissy venting to close friends about her fears long before Jim's tape dropped. In one screenshot, she supposedly wrote, "If this ever gets out, I'm done. I'll never be able to show my face again. They'll all know." Fans instantly latched onto the phrase, "they'll all know," turning it into a trending hashtag. What did she mean? Who was they? And what exactly was she hiding? The theory spun out of control. Some fans argued she was covering for her husband's shady dealings. Others speculated she had secrets of her own ties to other men, hidden deals, or even industry betrayals that would explain why Jim had turned against her so viciously. Whatever the truth was, the mystery only added fuel to the fire. Then came the audio leak. A podcast host claimed to have exclusive access to a phone recording between Chrissy and one of her closest confidants. In the audio, Chrissy's voice shook with desperation as she said, "I begged him not to do this. I begged. He doesn't care if he destroys me. He doesn't care if he destroys everything we built." The audio clip went viral within hours, spreading across TikTok with dramatic reenactments and lip syncs, turning Chrissy's pain into internet theater. The internet isn't kind. And Chrissy found herself mocked, pitied, and dissected all at once. Memes flooded Twitter, painting her as a villain who had finally been exposed. "You live by the secrets, you die by the secrets," one viral post read. Another meme showed Chrissy smiling at past red carpet events, captioned, "All along she knew." But while the internet laughed, some of Chrissy's castmates weren't so quick to joke. Yandi posted a cryptic Instagram story of her own. "When you build your empire on lies, don't be surprised when it falls." Though she never named Chrissy, fans instantly assumed the shade was directed at her. The comment section went nuclear. Yandi dragging Chrissy without saying her name. One fan wrote. Another chimed in. "This is LHHATL Civil War." And then Spice entered the battlefield again, but this time she went live. With over 100K fans tuned in, Spice didn't hold back. "Me Sion believe wa? Me AC Pandi internet," she said, shaking her head. "All this time, people act like dem perfect, like dem better than everybody. But now, we see D truth. D real truth." Fans spammed her live with fire emojis, convinced she was tearing Chrissy apart without ever mentioning her directly. But the most shocking reaction came from someone fans hadn't heard from in months. Kimbella. Out of nowhere, she posted a tweet that simply said, "Told y'all she wasn't what she seemed." No names, no tags, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. The internet erupted. Old clips of Chrissy and Kimbella's infamous fight resurfaced, with fans saying, "Kimbella tried to warn us years ago." As the drama unfolded online, things behind the scenes were spiraling even faster. Production sources claimed Chrissy had a full-blown meltdown during a scheduled shoot for Love and Hip Hop. She allegedly stormed off set, screaming at producers, accusing them of exploiting her pain. "You're letting him ruin me," she reportedly shouted. "You're letting him kill me on camera." The set was so tense that producers temporarily halted filming, unsure if Chrissy would even return to finish the season. But even as Chrissy broke down, Jim Jones seemed unbothered. He posted a photo on Instagram of himself smirking, captioned, "The truth always come out. Don't shoot the messenger." The comment section turned into a war zone, with fans divided between praising Jim for keeping it real and condemning him for humiliating Chrissy so publicly. What no one expected was the next leak, a short clip uploaded anonymously to YouTube, labeled Tape 1.5. The video was blurry, the audio muffled, but the voice that fans swore belonged to Chrissy could be heard saying, "We can't let him find out. If he does, it's over." The internet exploded. Who was she talking to? Who couldn't find out? And what exactly was over? Twitter detectives went into overdrive, analyzing the background noise in the clip, trying to identify the location, the time, even the person she might have been speaking to. Theories ranged from another man to a secret business deal gone wrong. But one thing was clear: this wasn't over, not even close. Meanwhile, Chrissy's family and friends were dragged into the chaos. Paparazzi swarmed her husband as he left, a restaurant bombarding him with questions. "Did you know about the tape? Are the rumors true?" He stayed silent, his face tense, but the images of him storming into a black SUV only fueled speculation. And then, as if things couldn't get any worse, a private Instagram account claiming to belong to one of Chrissy's husband's alleged friends posted a series of cryptic stories. One showed a photo of a luxury watch with the caption, "Bought with her money." Another showed a blurry selfie of a woman in what looked like Chrissy's living room. Fans instantly screenshotted and shared the posts, convinced this was yet another layer of betrayal. By now, Chrissy's breakdown wasn't just emotional, was public. She was spotted crying in her car, cameras flashing, as security tried to shield her from paparazzi questions. The images went viral, plastered across every gossip site with headlines like "Chrissy collapses under pressure" and "From Queen to Crisis." But the most devastating blow came late that night when an anonymous account leaked a supposed email exchange between Chrissy and a high-profile lawyer. In the emails, Chrissy allegedly begged for legal help to stop Jim from releasing any more tapes. The lawyer's response was chilling. "Once it's out, there's nothing we can do." The internet seized on this, convinced it confirmed the existence of more footage. And just as fans were debating what might come next, Jim himself jumped back online. He posted a short Instagram story, a black screen with 2 words, "Next." Friday, the world froze. Was he teasing another tape? Was he planning to release tape 2 in just a few days? Fans flooded the comments with panic memes and speculation. But one thing was undeniable: Chrissy's nightmare was only just beginning. And as her breakdown deepened, whispers began to circulate that what Jim had next would make the first tape look tame, that it wasn't just about her husband's reputation anymore. This time, it was about Chrissy herself. The entire week leading up to next Friday felt like waiting for a bomb to go off. Every hour, blogs churned out new theories. Every morning, Twitter woke up trending with hashtags like #ChrissyExposed, #JimJonesTape2, and #NextFriday. Everyone was waiting, bracing themselves, terrified and thrilled at the same time. What else could Jim possibly have up his sleeve? What more could he unleash that would make the first tape look like child's play? By Thursday night, rumors started swirling that Jim wasn't bluffing. Anonymous insiders whispered that he had. Hours of unreleased recordings, conversations, phone calls, even private videos that could completely annihilate Chrissy's image. One insider was quoted saying, "If people thought the first tape was bad, this is career ending. This is marriage ending. This is everything ending." Fans didn't sleep. Blogs set countdowns. YouTubers scheduled premieres. Everyone knew something catastrophic was coming. And then, at exactly midnight on Friday, Jim delivered. The second tape wasn't just a video. It was a compilation, carefully edited montage of receipts, phone recordings, screenshots of emails, blurred documents saw stitched together like an expose. At the center of it was Chrissy's voice, shaky, emotional, desperate. She could be heard admitting things no one thought she would ever say out loud. In one clip, she allegedly said, "I had to do what I had to do. He doesn't need to know where the money went. If he finds out, it's over." The internet went insane. What money? Where did it go? Who was she hiding it from? Theories spread like wildfire. Some believed she was funneling money into a secret account. Others speculated she had been funding side projects behind her husband's back. But the most chilling theory came from fans who noticed subtle references to covering. A viral thread pieced together past rumors and claimed Chrissy was protecting another man entirely. And that wasn't the worst of it. Another audio segment showed Chrissy on the phone crying to a friend. "He thinks I'm loyal, but I can't tell him the truth. If I tell him, he'll leave. If he finds out who I really was back then, it's done." Those words, "who I really was back then," ignited a frenzy. What did she mean? What was she hiding from her past? Within minutes, "Who was Chrissy?" became the top trending question on Google. The fallout was instant. Fans flooded her Instagram demanding answers. Some accused her of being a manipulator, a liar, someone who built her entire relationship on secrets. Others defended her, saying Jim had crossed every line imaginable by airing out things that were never meant for the public. But the fact remained. Chrissy was caught on tape, admitting to hiding things from her husband. Her breakdown was catastrophic. Multiple insiders confirmed she was inconsolable, screaming through tears at the people around her. "Why is he doing this to me? Why won't he stop?" she allegedly cried. At one point, she smashed her phone against the wall, furious at the flood of texts and DMs pouring in from fans, haters, and even old friends who had turned against her overnight. Meanwhile, Jim doubled down. He posted a smug photo of himself sipping wine, captioned, "The truth hurts, don't it?" The comment section exploded with fire emojis, accusations, and cheers from fans who felt he had exposed the real Chrissy. But others dragged him, calling him a monster for publicly humiliating the woman who had once been his ride or die, and the celebrities. They couldn't resist jumping in. Remy Ma posted a cryptic tweet. "Sometimes people ain't who they pretend to be. The mask always slips." Fans immediately tied it to Chrissy. Thatcho went live, shaking his head. "This is beyond hip-hop beef. This is family being destroyed on camera. This ain't even funny anymore. This is sad." Even Cardi B chimed in, liking multiple tweets that criticized Jim for going too far. That single action sent Twitter spiraling, with fans debating whether Cardi was subtly siding with Chrissy or just shading Jim. But the wildest moment came when Cameron, yes, the longtime frenemy, entered the chat. He posted a laughing emoji with the caption, "Told y'all." That one post sent shockwaves through the industry. Because if anyone knew the real behind-the-scenes dirt, it was Cam. As Chrissy spiraled, more leaks kept pouring in. A blogger dropped a bombshell that she had allegedly been involved in backroom deals tied to her husband's reputation. Deals that, if exposed, could bring legal trouble. Another claimed to have text messages between Chrissy and a mystery man who wasn't her husband. Whether real or fake, the receipts kept piling up, and Chrissy's silence made it worse. And then, in the middle of her silence, something happened. No one expected. Chrissy went live. The stream only lasted 10 minutes, but it broke the internet. With her face red and swollen from crying, Chrissy tried to defend herself. "You don't know what it's like to live under this kind of pressure," she said, her voice trembling. "People think they know me, but they don't. I've made mistakes, yes, but I've never been fake. I've never been what he's trying to paint me as. He's doing this to break me, and I won't let him win." But then mid-sentence broke down sobbing. She covered her face, muttered, "I can't," and abruptly ended the live. The clip went viral instantly. Fans called it the most heartbreaking moment of her career. Some said it proved she was innocent, that she was just a woman being destroyed by a man with too much bitterness and too many receipts. Others said it was the performance of a lifetime. A desperate attempt to sway public opinion. No matter what side fans were on, the damage was done. Brands quietly began distancing themselves. A fashion line she was allegedly collaborating with pulled out. Event organizers reportedly canceled upcoming appearances. Even her husband, who had stayed relatively silent up until now, posted a cryptic black screen with the words, "Betrayal cuts deep." The internet lost its mind. Did that mean he believed the tapes? Was their marriage officially over? Was he preparing to leave her for good? The speculation was endless, but the true cliffhanger came not from Chrissy but from Jim. Late Friday night, he went live on Instagram, smirking into the camera. "Y'all think this was it?" He said, "This was just the warm-up. The real story that comes next." The screen went black, and then a message appeared. Part 3, coming soon. The internet erupted into chaos. Fans screamed in disbelief. Blogs scrambled to post updates. Everyone realized with horror that Jim wasn't done, that there was another tape, another round of secrets, another bomb waiting to detonate. Chrissy's nightmare wasn't over. It was only beginning, and there you have it, the most devastating chapter yet in the Jim Jones and Chrissy saga. Stories so explosive, it feels less like gossip and more like history being written in real time. But the truth isn't. The end. If Jim is telling the truth and there's another tape on the way, then everything we've just witnessed, the meltdowns, the betrayals, the breakdowns, was only the warm-up. Imagine that. The first tape destroyed Chrissy's reputation. The second shattered her image and her marriage. So what could possibly be on the third? And if it drops, will there even be anything left of Chrissy to save? This is the kind of drama you can't look away from, the kind of story that makes the entire industry shake. And trust me, you do not want to be the one who finds out last. That's why right now, you need to hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Jim or Team Chrissy? Do you believe she's the victim, or do you think she's been hiding her true self all along? And most importantly, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because when that next tape hits, you'll want to be here the moment it drops. Miss it, and you'll be scrambling to catch up while the rest of the world moves on without. You don't let that happen. Stay locked in, stay subscribed, and be ready, because this story is about to get even darker.